A child presents to you struggling to breathe. Subtle signs can easily be missed, but recognizing them early can save a life. Let's break down pneumonia simply and clinically. Pneumonia is an infection of the lung tissue causing inflammation and alveolar consolidation. So, inflammation is what causes the irritation of the lung, and alveolar consolidation happens when this normal alveolar air sacs that are normally filled with air gets filled with inflammatory debris, pus, and this causes difficulty to breathe and impaired gaseous exchange. So now comes the symptoms of pneumonia. So pneumonia presents with fever and cough, tachypnea, that is increased respiratory rate, that can be the only symptom in kids as well, and nasal flaring and intercostal recessions. So these are very important because they show respiratory distress, and if these are present, you have to admit the child. The child can also present with poor feed. So in pneumonia, the causes depends upon basically the age. Neonates, children, and atypical pneumonia that is mostly common in older children. So in neonates, the cause is Bell. This Bell mnemonic is used for group B Streptococcus, E. coli, Listeria monocytogenes, and these are the same organisms that cause meningitis in neonates. Now in children the mnemonic is SHS. SHS can be from Streptococcus pneumonia, the most common cause of pneumonia, H. influenza, then Staph aureus. In atypical pneumonia, the two organisms are important, that is Mycoplasma pneumonia and Chlamydia pneumonia. So, Mycoplasma and Chlamydia don't have a cell wall and they cause atypical pneumonia, that is also called walking pneumonia, and presents with vague symptoms. And on chest X-ray, it presents with interstitial infiltrates, as I will show you in the later in the X-ray. And clarithromycin and azithromycin are effective antibiotics against this type of pneumonia. So the X-ray of pneumonia is very important and it shows lobar consolidation. You can see here a white patch that is present, and this is lobar consolidation. Air bronchograms can also be seen on the chest X-ray, and interstitial infiltrates are basically present in atypical pneumonia, that are white dots present in the both lung fields. Pleural effusion is present in complicated pneumonia, and that can be seen as a fluid at the lung basis in the small effusion, and in the large effusion you can see a curved margin present in the lung field. But here this chest x-ray just shows lobar consolidation. So the danger signs of severe pneumonia include severe respiratory distress that can be present as intercostal recessions or oxygen saturation less than 90%, central cyanosis, severe lethargy, inability to drink, and any convulsions due to hypoxemia. So this is a very important word, Pearl. ABG changes in severe pneumonia. In early stage, respiratory alkalosis is present due to hyperventilation. The child is hyperventilating and oxygen comes in a lot and carbon dioxide washes a lot, that causes respiratory alkalosis. But as the disease progresses, it causes type 1 respiratory failure, that is, oxygen comes low and carbon dioxide is still normal. But when the respiratory muscle exhaustion occurs and the child gets exhausted, type 2 respiratory failure starts developing. That is when the carbon dioxide starts rising, and this causes respiratory acidosis. And this is when we have to intervene immediately. So, in mild or outpatient pneumonia, what we give is oral amoxicillin and antipyretics. Adequate hydration is given, and follow up in 24 to 48 hours is done. Early antibiotic treatment significantly reduces pneumonia mortality in children, and in severe or hospitalized pneumonia, oxygen therapy is given. IV antibiotics are given, and that again include gram positive cover and a gram negative cover. Gram positive cover is ampicillin and gram negative cover is gentamicin, or you can use ceftriaxone. Careful or restricted fluids are given due to risk of SIADH, and monitor the SpO2 and respiratory distress. Consider ventilatory support if respiratory failure develops. So now the important thing is that if you don't see an improvement in 48 to 72 hours, please reassess the diagnosis, look for complications, or consider changing the antibiotics. So if this video helped you understand pneumonia clearly, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. It's Dr. Yumna here. Thank you so much.